it would be more amazing because Betsy does it so often.
The only thing I'm disappointed in is that people have come for, probably Rioli and for Danaher on it, but it's a case of, hey, they didn't...
Yeah, it's not their fault.
Not their fault. They're probably sitting there, hey, I got a Brownlow to go to. You beauty. We get to suck on a corona and have a good night out, and next thing... Instead, he didn't even win the goal of the week.
Well, we might have to do a bit more delving and research into that one and find something out. Now, Sam Kerr, we pumped her up huge last week, and it's not her, but the FIFA's let us down.
FIFA Player of the Year, she is a superstar, but not nominated. How?
I'm absolutely mind blown by this. When Brucey, you brought this up on Monday night, and I could not believe that. I hadn't read it yet, and I was just... I did a bit of look... So we've got to keep in consideration that the Brazil game wasn't taken... The Brazil games, weren't brought into consideration.
Was it the Brazil's series or just the two games?
Those two games against Brazil weren't taken into consideration.
It cut off the middle of August, was the cut-off. Now, Sam Kerr... her achievements are the Women's League Julie Dolan medal. This is for this season, mind you. She played for the Sky Blue FC in Jersey, which is the America's national women's comp, and she was leading goal scorer for them. She scored a first half hat-trick against Japan. Not just a hat-trick, she scored a first half hat-trick for Japan. Yeah. What does she have to do?
I'm not sure. I think... Unfortunately, your work commitments get in the way sometimes. I need to organise that, prioritise that. But researching into what these other three girls have done, seriously, they'd want to have a pretty serious CV behind them to...
Carly Lloyd is legit, the American that was nominated. She's a two-time winner, 2015, 2016. She's a very, very, very good player, but... the Dutch attacking player, Leaky Martins, and young Venezuelan striker, Dana Castellanos. I don't know too much about the Venezuelan other than she's young. You've only got to look at the outrage from other people within the sport. So, Julie Foudy, who's a 2 times Women's World Cup winner and an Olympic gold medalist, she came out and was blowing up about Kerr not being nominated. American Abby Wambach was another one. So these are 2 Americans that, from the top competition going around. Another 2-time World Cup winner and Olympic medalist. She came out and said that her vote's for Sam Kerr, and she's like, oh wait, she's not nominated. And the fact that all these people, it's not just Australians, it's not just us in this studio that are dumbfounded that she's not on the shortlist. It's coming from across the board that she should be.
Have we got another Sept bladder / World Cup? Let's take this to...
FIFA's got a record for it, don't they?
Is this going to turn around in this little brown paper bag?
Yeah. Is Sam Kerr another one we can claim for the show because we promoted her last week? In the Shed's own Samantha Kerr.
We're all in love with her, so...
I said it first, so I'm going to claim it.
Yeah. No worries. And lastly, I don't even know if this isn't really controversy, to be honest, but the Jersey clash.
Well, I wasn't actually all that concerned about it at all until I was listening to the radio this afternoon, and I said, no, it's no big deal. So what, Richmond has to wear a different jersey?
But it's not even Richmond that's upset. It's literally KB. That's it.
Kevin Bartlett.
There is so much controversy caused about this by one person where, and I quote from, sorry, give me 2 seconds, from Brandon Ellis, goes, we're playing in a grand final, I would run out there wearing a garbage bag.
Yep.
See, for me, being a fan of a club that's a traditional club that's got a lot of tradition about it, the jersey is the embodiment of what represents your club, and the fact that there is no clash.
Yes.
Why should they not be allowed to wear their jersey?
This is where I think people are getting caught up, is that there's a clash jersey versus what is your home strip and your away strip.
Yeah.
So if you're playing
And
at home, and it's Adelaide's home game because they're finished higher on the ladder. They're wearing the home strip. Tigers are wearing the away strip.
Yeah, and the away strip's fine. They should be wearing, but they're wearing the clash strip.
Yeah.
And that's what I don't understand. The away strip's fine because the away strip, they'd be happy with that because that's still the traditional black with the yellow sash.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
White
KB would be happy with that.
Wearing white shorts. There you go. If it's a clash Guernsey,
That's what gets me is that there is no clash.
yeah.
If the only clash is the yellow, and the clash strip has more yellow,
No.
so
Yeah.
it creates more clash.
It's an AFL driven thing.
It'd be marketing.
First and foremost, it's because I've also heard that one is Adelaide have told them they have to wear the clash strip. No, it's
they
not.
wouldn't.
It's
No, they
all the AFL.
Yeah, it's all the AFL.
All the AFL, and it's Adelaide. They're wearing the home strip because they're the home team.
And my
Richmond
question
were-
is, these two teams, this is not the first time they've ever played against
No.
each other. Have
No.
they ever had this issue? Have they ever had to wear the clash strip before?
Okay, I did actually look at that, and so they did play in round 6 at Adelaide Oval, and Richmond did wear the clash jersey, but I don't understand why. But that's this season. Like, we don't know what's happened previous seasons.
Well, there you go.
But I did just have a quick look to check it out, and the only time they
Put me in
played.
my place.
I know, look how good research is. Like, that's the.
Even Brucey's
But I know,
done
but I know that wouldn't be.
research.
I know that wouldn't be the only time they've played, and they would have played wearing this. I mean, the only time this season we've had a clash has been when the umpires were running around wearing blue, and the Bulldogs were playing. The poor Bulldogs players are kicking to Razor Ray in the middle. So, all right. Well, look, we're going to go to a quick music break. We're going to come back with Paul Fernie from the Ellenbrook Rangers. He's going to be our feature interview today. So we didn't get any. We didn't hear anything from any local band. So again, if you've got a local band, get in touch with us, and we'll try to put your music on the air. So we're going to go to the Angels because why not?
This is In the Sheds with Albie, Brucey and Donny on VCA 885 FM, where the valley comes alive.
Went down to Santa Fe where NY paints the walls. Described you clearly, but the sky began to fall. Am I ever gonna see your face again?
coming your way on Thursday nights from 6:30 to 8:30 on 88.5 VCA, where the Valley comes alive. I'll bring you the songs from the 70s, 80s and 90s on Jimmy Will Rock You.
On VCA 885 FM, where the Valley comes alive, this is In the Sheds. If you've got something to say about the show or something happening in your community, contact us via Facebook. Back soon.
And you're in the sheds with Albie, Brucey and Donny, and we have with us Paul Fernie from the Ellenbrook Rangers. Paul, welcome.
Hi, thanks for having me.
No worries, mate. So, Ellenbrook Rangers, the season's just starting. How did last season go?
Last season didn't quite go as well as we would have liked. Got one of our sides into finals out of 5 in the seniors. Finished third and were unfortunately knocked out by 4th place, so didn't go too far. The juniors came along quite nicely. Had one of our sides make the grand final for the 2nd year in a row, but unfortunately they weren't able to get over that final hurdle and take the premiership, but I'm sure they'll be itching to get back on the track. But yeah, really looking forward to the season ahead if the weather would allow us to train and get a bit of cricket under our belts.
Get under the park.
No worries. And so whereabouts is training?
Training is just at the new Ellenbrook District Open Space. We've been out there. This will be our 3rd season now. So fantastic facilities there. Got 8 nets and 3 ovals to play from. So we're pretty fortunate with that facility there, and certainly one of the lucky ones in the association and probably across Western Australia.
No worries. And so, sorry, what day is the training?
So we've got training pretty much every night with the juniors. We've got quite a few teams there from under 10s right through to the under 17s, but the seniors train on a Tuesday and a Thursday afternoon from 5 o'clock onwards.
No worries. And how are you looking for numbers this year?
I would always like a few more. We're fielding 5 senior sides and about 14 junior sides, plus our inter-cricket, which is from 4 years upwards, and our Milo T20 Blast. They don't train, they just do their thing on a weekend and learn bits about the game and hopefully progress into the age cricket.
It's the first game for seniors, only a couple of weeks away. You've got some trial games or warm-up games coming up?
Yeah, we have actually. We've got we start on the weekend of Saturday the 7th and Sunday the 8th, so the seniors have got scratch matches this weekend at our home ground against the Sorrento Duncraig Vikings. So looking forward to a bit of that. There's a bit of oval repair happening at the moment, so hopefully that scrubs up all right and allows us to get some cricket under the belt. The weather looks good, actually, so hopefully we don't jinx that.
Yep. So what league are you playing in?
Playing in the Mill and Guildford Junior Cricket Association in the juniors and the Swan and Helena District Cricket Association in the seniors.
Because you just mentioned you're playing Sorrento.
Yep.
Is that...
So that outside of our association, we've just got a bit of a relationship with them.
Yep.
Actually, twin brothers, one of them plays for us and one of them plays for Sorrento Duncraig, and they sort of like to go at it at least once a season. So being that we're not the same associations, we manage
fast bowlers by any chance? Or?
Mate, they are sort of one's a bowler, one's a batter. So I think that comes from playing in the backyard as kids. It's generally the way that it happens, I think. So
yeah, no,
short
one
stuff,
doesn't want to bring it up.
Yeah, lots of short stuff. It's good.
No worries. And is there any special rivalry that we should be looking for this season?
Certainly in the first grade, we've got a little bit of history with Swanview. It's always nice to have a bit of rivalry there. Dates back a little bit further than the 2014-15 first grade grand final, but that certainly went in our favour. We were fortunate enough to win the toss and got off to a scratchy start, 2 for 6, 3 for 10, scrambled our way to 209 by the end of the first day.
One big partnership. I was
there was
to that today.
There was one big partnership. The young fella Josh Cannell hit 110 from memory. Actually was suffering gastro the night before and nearly pulled out, so glad he didn't.
Plenty of runs.
Yes, you could say that, mate. You could say that. Nice pun there. And Nathan Bull hit 63 or 65, I think. So a fantastic partnership. And came back the next day thinking the game was on the line, but our bowlers had other thoughts, mate. One took 5 for 2, and one took 5 for 8. We rolled Swanview for 18. I think that may be a